There I am. Let's start this thing out right. Oh, you can't see the guitar. Okay, there's the theme. Welcome to the new music room, folks. It's Bill, Box of Sound, number 77, I believe. And this is the new room that I'm slowly putting together for my music. Now, if I go like this, just like this, I got the Sequoia Flame background for me. This can go, hello, everybody! But anyway, much love to you, David. It's the morning. I haven't even showered yet, and I got my coffee, and it's good. But I want to do a little video here, catch up with everybody on what's been happening. Let me move this stand closer to me so I can get really close up and personal with you. All right. Lots of things going on. Thanks everybody who has subscribed, watched, listened, and everything else. Things are going well, although I'm very, very busy at work. And the hand thing, still got bandages on my hand, the trigger finger here. Therapy is going well, but slow. I mean, with this hand, which I don't have any problem with, let's see, I can make a fist with no problem, and I can make my karate fist like this. But with this hand, if I try to make a karate fist, it's a bit more like this, and I have to be very, very conscious of what I'm doing. As far as making a real fist, I can't do this with it, but if I relax my hand just enough, it's about as close to a fist as I can make. See, there's a real fist, fake fist. So it's getting there. If I go any tighter than this, this one finger just snaps inside because there's a swollen tendon that keeps this from moving completely freely. And I still got a little bit of pain, got a lot of different exercises to do. I got a fantastic physical therapist. And I can play drums. I have a padding on the stick for my right hand. But aside from that, you know, things are pretty much turning back to normal. When I first was diagnosed with the trigger finger, the doctor said, well, just give you an injection or do some surgery, take care of it right away. But he's a sports doctor, and I don't do anything that's very, very critical for my hands. So I'm just doing the physical therapy, nice and slow, getting it taken care of, and that will take care of it. So that's what's going on with my hand. Thank you, everybody, for your concern about that. It feels really good to have the violent community family on my side. So today is Friday, the 16th of November, 2012. And a week from today will be Black Friday. Oh, where's my Black Friday checklist? It's in my back pocket. Let's see here. Now, I'm going to be at Record Den in Mentor, Ohio. So any of you Northern Ohio violent community members, you better be out there bright and early. Planet Gentle, you know who I'm talking about. If anybody recognizes me, say hi. I'll be happy to run out to my car and give you a free cheese sandwich. Yes, I'll have a bunch of my CDs that I'm just trying to give away, and I'll be happy to give one to you. So there's lots of stuff coming out on Black Friday, but I'm just going to zero in on the stuff that I'm looking for. There's a few 7-inch singles. There's a Frank Zappa and the Mothers' Big Leg Emma, backed with Why Don't You Do Me Right, which was the single that was released for the same time as the Absolutely Free album was out, but was not on the original album. So that mono single will be in my hands, hopefully, on Record Store Day. 3 Captain Beefheart singles. Abba Zaba, The Plastic Factory, and Upon the My Oh My. Those 3 will be coming out via the Sundazed label. There's going to be a reissue of the Love album, Forever Changes. I want to get that. The Reservoir Dogs soundtrack is coming out on vinyl, and it's going to be in 5 different color vinyls. Of course, for Mr. Brown, Mr. Pink, Mr. White, Mr. Black, Mr. Orange. I believe that they're going to have colored vinyl inside. They're not going to tell you what it is. And I remember when the 10th anniversary Reservoir Dogs DVD was released, and they had 5 different color packages. And the one for Quentin Tarantino, Mr. Brown's package, was supposed to be the most rare, so I searched and got that. But of course, afterwards, I saw billions of them everywhere. And well, you might have just heard the furnace kick on. Let's turn on some music, shall we? Let's just go right over here. Put on a little bit of orchestral maneuvers in the dark. I haven't got the entire system set up in here yet. Right now I got some cheapy computer speakers that I'm using to play vinyl on. And the actual stereo system that's going to go in here is under construction. I've got an old Onkyo receiver and a couple of old speakers that I'm going to use until I can afford to buy something really nice. Alright, other things that are coming to Record Store Day. The original Rolling Stones 7-inch EP is coming out. It's a 50-year anniversary release. Wonder if anybody out there got the 7-inch of The Beatles' Love Me Do that was supposed to be released as a 50-year anniversary thing. Post a video, show something. There's also going to be a 7-inch split 45 single of Boris and Asobi Sexu. I'm looking for that. There's going to be 3 Miles Davis re-releases on a Legacy 120-gram vinyl. Miles Ahead, Sketches of Spain, and Porgy and Bess are going to be coming out. They're going to be released from the original mono mixes. There is a rumored mono box of like the first 8 Miles Davis Columbia releases in mono that are supposed to be coming out. Although the original tape of the Miles Davis Kind of Blue mono mix has been either destroyed or is missing. So I don't know what they're going to do with that. But on Record Store Day, for sure, Miles Ahead, Sketches of Spain, and Porgy and Bess are going to be coming out in the original mono mixes. I've already got Sketches of Spain, and Porgy and Bess is not one of my favorite. I've got it on CD, but I definitely want Miles Ahead on mono vinyl. There's going to be a 12-inch 12-inch single from Tenacious D called Jazz, and I'm interested in getting that. And aside from that, I'm not really that excited about a lot of the new Record Store Day stuff that's coming out. Now, there is one other thing that has a street date of Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and that is the Beck album Sea Change. My favorite Beck album. Not as rockinist, but by far one of his best. Probably his best album. Mobile Fidelity is putting out a 2-record set on pink vinyl mastering of Sea Change. And from what I hear, when they mastered this album, it took a very long time to put this together because each song came on a different reel of tape. So they had to do a lot of planning in order to master each side. So it was one seamless thing. So very, very much looking forward to getting that. Now, that's not going to be available at most record stores. I pre-ordered it from an online vendor. I think it was Acoustic Sounds or Music Direct, one of those two. Another thing that I order from online, there's this website that's put together by Sony called Popmarket. It's popmarket.com, and they've got special deals every single day, and a lot of times they have vinyl deals. I've had a lot of really good experiences from that. I got a set of Black Sabbath records. It had Black Sabbath, Paranoid, Master Reality, Volume 4, Sabotage, Um, was that all of them? Let me see. I think that was all of them. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, the Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark album I'm playing in the background, if you can't hear it, is this one. The very first one. American release on Virgin America. But I think that was all of the Black Sabbath albums that were in there. They were all Ozzy era. Let's see. Oh, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. That was in there as well. Also, just yesterday, I received the Rolling Stones, Some Girls Live in Texas, 1978. There's a 2-record set, one on red vinyl, one on yellow vinyl or orange vinyl. And haven't opened this up yet to listen to it, so very, very much looking forward to that. What other things I bought from Popmarket? I got the complete Foo Fighters on vinyl. I mean, I'd already bought a couple of Foo Fighters albums on vinyl, but this was the entire over, up to and including the fantastic Wasting Light album on 45. So I was very, very happy to get that. And I've got a couple of doubles now, so that may be for a contest in the future. I mean, I wanted to enter a lot of contests, but I've just been so busy. I wanted to enter DJ Trish's Mixes contest, and I may personal message you, DJ Trish, because I got a couple of mixes that I found while I was doing some archaeology type stuff in this room. I found a couple of mixes from the old days, and I thought, you know what, I should send this to Trish. She might get a kick out of it, because you are quite eclectic, young lady. All right, other contests. I wanted to enter the Obsessions contest from Memphis Vinyl Jim and the Misses, because I have an obsession with lock grooves, run-out grooves, and I will still do a video on that, because I've already written down a whole bunch of stuff, made a whole bunch of plans, so I'll do that. I didn't know that Dixieland Farm Chris was having a contest, and congratulations on your 200 subscribers. And what else? There's a thread. I'm going to be replying to Mr. Hall of Fame's thread about earballin', because I saw his video on earballin', and I eventually remembered something that happened to me at a record store recently, so that will be one as well. So yeah, I've wanted to enter a lot of contests, just haven't had the time to make the videos. And speaking of subscribers, I just checked this morning. I got 373 subscribers. Thank you so much to anybody who subscribed. This is, it's just, it makes me happy whenever I get a little email that says, hey, so-and-so has subscribed to your channel. Including people that I've been watching for a long time. They subscribe to me after I've been watching them, and it makes you feel good whenever you get a new subscriber. So if I do hit 400 subscribers, oh yeah, you better believe I'm going to have a contest. Another subject, a lot of people have been asking about the Uncle Scratch project. Well, the Uncle Scratch's Gospel Revival. Now, if you haven't looked at Uncle Scratch's videos yet, just search for Uncle Scratch's Gospel Revival on YouTube, and you will find a lot of videos that people have made at their shows when they did perform together. Once again, for those of you who have not seen, Uncle Scratch's Gospel Revival is a group that I produced 2 albums for over the past 10 years. And I've got all the master tapes, and it's a 2-piece rockabilly, shockabilly kind of group that's kind of satirical. If you don't have a good sense of humor, please don't check them out, because they're kind of racy and quite funny. And the drummer, Eddie, passed away this past year, and I'm working with the other member of the band and Eddie's wife to put together a 2-record vinyl retrospective of them. So I'm working on that right now. I have started a Uncle Scratch's Gospel Revival page on Facebook, if you want to like that. And I'm going to be trying to find a way to put together a mailing list and put together everything. I'm hoping to have this vinyl out by like March or April of 2013. So hopefully, fingers crossed, and I can't cross this finger very well as I can this one. Um, I'll have that going soon. All right, let's show some vinyl, shall we? I've had some finds in the past few weeks. One day when I was turning in some old books to Half Price Records, went through their vinyl, found a few things. First of all, Keith Jarrett, My Song. I lost a copy of this in a flood, and this is a German pressing. And once again, and I think Dave Sequoia Flynn was the first person to note that whenever you find ECM stuff used, it's almost always in immaculate condition. That's a good thing. Found this at the same place, Albanek, Shades of Blue. This is kind of a trip-hop down-tempo techno 2-record set. It's pretty good stuff, and it comes from Vienna, the Echo Chamber label. I don't know if anybody else has ever shown this before, but I looked at it, it looked interesting, so I picked it up and I was very happy. Oh, here's something that's very laughable. Still in the shrink. This is the Don Moore Trio, plays all-day music. Now, Don Moore, the keyboard player, was a music teacher at North Olmsted High School where I went to school. And he would put together youth concerts and things like that. So this is quite amusing for me to find this thing. And the artwork on the front, take a look at that here, was done by John Becker, who I went to high school with. Wonder what he's doing nowadays. All the Becker brothers. Not Brecker, Becker. Found Al Stewart's Past, Present, and Future, which has the Nostradamus tune on it. Always wanted to have that in my collection. Hey, who produced this record? Produced by John Anthony. Finally found a good stereo copy on vinyl of Mahavishnu Orchestra's Birds of Fire. I had an old quad copy of this, which got warped and I had to throw away. So, very happy to get this back in my collection again. I've got the blue one, but now I got the red one, Beatles 62 to 66. It's really crappy shape. It's beat to hell, but the records are in very, very good condition, so beefing up my Beatles collection. And no, I am not going to buy the Beatles vinyl box, but I did buy so far the Beatles Yellow Submarine. They've all got a sticker on them with information about it, and this one has an inner sleeve with space for a record, but to show that they do really have some sort of respect for the record collector, they put the 180-gram vinyl in a poly-lined black sleeve. Very nicely put together. So maybe I'll do some more information about the Beatles remasters as I get more of them. I definitely want to get Revolver, because I have a sleeve for that, but not the record. It just depends. I'm trying to fill out the empty holes in my Beatles collection on vinyl. Another find at Muddy Waters. Another find at Half Price Records is Muddy Waters. Can't get no grinding. This is a reissue on Chess that was put out, I believe, in the 80s. Nope, 1973. And look at that. Promotional copy, kids. Very nice. Alright, next, some stuff that I got at Goodwill. This is a joke, the very best of Vicky Carr. My wife's favorite movie is Moonstruck. And she talks about that goddamn Vicky Carr record. So I got this just as a joke because it's got "It Must Be Him" on it. Check this out. 12-inch single, Prince, Let's Work, from the Controversy album. And of course, whenever you get a Prince 12-inch, you've got a B-side that's not available anywhere else. Gotta stop messing about. So, love Prince 12 inches. Very excited about this one. Lonnie Liston Smith and the Cosmic Echoes, Visions of a New World on Flying Dutchman. Still in the shrink. It's a gatefold, but nobody ever opened the shrink. So the record's in near perfect condition. I'm excited about that one. Found a promo copy of Fingerprints. The name of this album is Distinguishing Marks. I've got 2 other Fingerprints albums in my collection, and this is some good 80s new wave pop. And last but not least, Alan Holdsworth, Velvet Darkness on the CTI label. This is the first album that Alan Holdsworth was ever the featured player on. This is his first album as a leader. And, oh, look at that. It's a promo. Anyway, Creed Taylor recorded this album and released it without Alan Holdsworth's permission. So he was not happy about this album. I interviewed Alan Holdsworth once, and he was not happy about the release of this album. But still, it's a collector's item. I don't know if you can get it anymore. So this is also not the best Alan Holdsworth album, but it's interesting because he'd only been playing guitar for a few years at this point. He didn't take up guitar as a child. He took it up, I think, at the age of 19 or 20. Oh, what other things are going on? Oh, this weekend, November 18th, is the Northeast Ohio Record and CD Convention. I go to these all the time. This is the last one of this year in 2012. So, if you're in Northern Ohio, it's just down the street from the Cleveland Hopkins Airport. Check it out. I will be there. Early, of course. I'll try and do some video as well. And this weekend, I'm also, the night before the record show, I'm going to go and see the Monkees. Yes, the Monkees. Mike Nesmith, Davy Jones passed away. Mickey Dolenz and Peter Tork are going to be there with the backing band. They're playing at the Lakewood Civic Auditorium, which, believe it or not, is part of Lakewood High School. And show sold out. Can't wait to go. And it looks like I'm going to be going with my band Monkey Call, which is no relation to the Monkees. Originally I wanted my wife and my stepdaughter to go with me, but they got other commitments. So, hey, let's get the band and go and do that. So, yeah, these are the new Expedite shelves, and I'm just starting to get all the records moved in there and alphabetized and everything. I'm really excited because this is the first time in about 30 years that I've had my entire record collection all in one place. So, aside from that, let's see. Got the record show, got record store day back to Black Friday, and I got all the other things in here. So, my mouth's getting dry. I should have some more coffee. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see some VCLT that I'm getting ready to send off to somebody. And this has been Box of Sound number 77. If you like this, you can go ahead and click the like button or whatever. Hit me up on Facebook. There's a Box of Sound page on Facebook as well. And the next Box of Sound is going to be audio only. So I'm going to put that up as a podcast. And it'll be number 78. And there will be a special theme to it. I'm also going to try and do something Christmas themed this year. Because one of my favorite Box of Sound episodes, and one that I get the most compliments about, is my Peculiar Christmas Music episode. And I love Christmas music. And it's got a special place in my heart. But anyway, this is the end of the Box of Sound, and I'll play the theme one more time. I haven't figured out the rest of it yet, so had a great time. Hope you did too. See you next time on the Box of Sound.